Hello, good morning students. Welcome once again. So, in this particular video again we will continue our same chapter of history, French Revolution. Already we have read I think three part of this chapter. And in this particular video we will discuss about these three more chapters, part of the chapters. Okay, so before we start these three parts, let's have a little backup or summary so that we can make a continuation of our chapter. So again, I will give you a short summary or a recap what we have read in previous three video or previous three part. So our very first part of this chapter was the French society during the late 18th century, in which we read about the French society. King of the France, when he sat a throne, what was the condition of France? How the France society was divided at that time in a three parts: first estate, second estate, and third estate. Okay, and the only third estate is there to pay all the taxes. And there are lots of reasons that the third estate people or the 90% populations are very unhappy with their own king, because all the taxes burden they have to take on their own. First and second estates are get a privilege not to give the taxes. And apart from this tax structure, there is also a rise of population in France. And because of the rising of that particular population, we see that there is a shortage of food. And due to the shortage of food, people are very unhappy because their main diet or main food, that was bread, they are not able to buy. And the prices of all the essential things are going day by day very high. And this was accompanied by the bad weather season also. And due to the bad weather season, there is a loss of harvest. Production was not as much as the population is growing. So there is always a shortage of bread and people are very unhappy. And at the same time, what the king do? King start a new proposal of taxes so that he can make some amount of money in his own treasury, which was empty when he sat on a throne, King Louis XVI. Okay, so to introduce new tax, what king have to do? King have to call upon the meeting of estate generals, because king alone is not a authority to introduce the tax. So what the king do? King call the meeting of estate general, and already we have read in second chapter, that was the outbreak of revolution. In that estate general, there are three categories, or you can say three type of members. Again the same, first estate and second estate and third estate, and both have these three representative of these three estates decide about the tax. So now again there was a meeting, and in a meeting there was a rule of one person one vote. But that rule, which was coming from a very ancient time, now the third estate, in a third estate there is a new category of population, that was middle class. And these middle class people, those who gain the knowledge and money by the trade, these middle class people are inspired by the three philosophers of France. And these three philosophers give the idea of liberty, equality. Rights should be given not by the birth, it should be given by the ability of a person. So what they are demanding? Now they are demanding that one estate, one vote formula will not work. What they are demanding? That they are demanding one person, one vote, equal value of votes. And when they put this demand towards their own king, king refused this demand, So they all are very angry. They come out from that meeting place, gathered in a tennis court, and proclaim themselves as a national assembly. And this particular assembly is now make a main target to make a constitution that limit the power of king. Okay, and now this constitution going to be started by this third estate, and this third estate is going to sit in a one place in a tennis court, and now they are discussing about their own constitution. And similar at that particular time in a France, Paris, they are discussing about the constitution, but all over the France there are lots of rumors also that the landlords and his army is coming to attack the harvest of their own people, which was ripe up. Okay, so when the common people or the peasants know about this particular rumor, what they do? They attack on their own landlords. And attacking on own landlord, what happened? That they looted all their grains, they set a fire in their home, and all the landlords ran away. Now these are the starting point of the revolutions. That in Paris, third estate is sitting and making a constitution which limit the power of the king, and in village adjoining area of Paris, common people have killing their own landlords. Okay, now this is a very tense situation in France. So what the king have done? King now decided that now it is a time came that he have to agree with these particular demands. What demands? To make now king have to rule according to the constitution. King has to change its identity from an absolute monarch to the constitutional monarch. Okay, this we have read in the second part of this particular chapter, and in particular this chapter we also read about the constitution and the political institutions. The three institutions are going to be made up in a constitutional monarch: executive, legislative, and judiciary. And this legislative was elected by the people, which are the representative of all three estates. And the constitution has divided the citizens into two categories: active citizens and passive citizens. Only active citizens have right to vote. Okay, and those who are the active citizens are the persons, those who are wealthy, those who are paying the taxes. Okay, all these things we have read in second part. Then in third part, what we have read? Third part we have read about the French, which was a constitutional monarch, is now becoming a republic. Okay, this is the heading of your third part, that French abolished monarch and become a republic. Okay, so in this particular part, what we have read, that king has agreed to become a constitutional monarch, but secretly he used to sign a peace agreement with the neighboring countries, Persia and Austria, that whenever he will need these two friends, they will come to attack on the common people of France. And when the people know about this particular agreement of king and the neighboring countries' king, so they all are very angry. They start a revolt against their own king. And thousands of people now voluntarily coming and joining the army to fight against their own king. And at that time, they introduce their national anthem, that was Marseillaise. And people used to sing these songs to take up the feeling of nationalism, to bind the people with a one nation. And similarly, at that time also, when people are fighting with the king's army, what they do? They establish their own rule on their own country, France. Okay, and all these things we have read in the chapter. And at the same time, we have read this also, that in France there are lots of clubs are being to be made up. And from this particular club, there is a one important club, that was Jacobean Club. And in this Jacobean Club, it is a member Maximilien Robespierre who proclaimed himself as a ruler of France, and he follow the rule of very strict administration. And his doctor, Mr. Guillotin, invented a device. By that particular device, he used to punish the people, those who are not agree with the ideas or did not obey the idea of Maximilien Robespierre. And then we read what happened with Maximilien Robespierre. He has the same fate what he has done with lots of people. He was also guillotined by his own device. After that, there was a directory rule in France. Directory rule of convention, and plus another which was there, convention and the member of 5-member legislative council. And these two political institutions, what they do, they are just fighting with each other, and which prove a political instability in France. And because of this political instability, what happened? Napoleon find a way to become a emperor of France. This was the third part of our chapter. Now we are starting our fourth part of the chapter, which already I have written here. Did women have revolution? Now in this particular chapter, we will read what is the role of women in revolution, before revolution or after revolution. So now chapter started that in France, women are very actively participated in the revolution. Okay, because they believe that when they participate in the revolution, their condition will be improved. Okay, so what they do lots of works. They work as a seamstress, then they used to sell flowers, then vegetables in a market. Apart from that, they are also a domestic servant in lots of houses, maid servant. Okay. At that time, before revolution, women have no access to their education. Women's third estate women are not allowed to take the education. So who are eligible for education? Only the daughters of noble society and clergy society. Okay, or wealthier member, you can say. And after getting a knowledge, what their aim was to marry their daughter. Okay, women which used to work, we term them as a working women. Working women do all the work. Apart from their work outside the house to earn money, they have to do all the household work also. To cook the food, to wash the clothes, to take up the grocery from the market, or to look after the children. All these work they have to do. And when we talk about the wages, so the wages of women is low in compared to men. Okay. So what the women do? To discuss their issues, their problems, women has also made lots of clubs. According to a book, about 60 clubs are there in France at that time. Okay, but only two clubs are famous, and the name of these two clubs are Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women. These are the two clubs which was very famous. And what is their demand? Women are demanding the same equality as men. As men is important for the society, they are demanding that women should also, as per men, equal to the society, important. Similarly, women are also an important part of the society. They are demanding this particular thing. Okay. Apart from this, they are very much unhappy because when the Constitution of France made in 1791, all the women of the France are come in a category of passive citizen. Okay. Now they are demanding also that they should also come in a category of active citizen. They are also demanding the right to vote. Okay, because voting right is also not provided for the women. This was the condition of women at the time of before revolution and at the time of revolution. And when the revolution ended up, the government started some improvement in the condition of women. Not very much, a little bit. For example, now government has created lots of schools and schooling was made compulsory for the women and the girls. Now father can no longer force their girls children to go for a marriage, okay, against their will. मतलब लड़कियों की इच्छा के अगेंस्ट उनकी शादी उनके फादर नहीं कर सकते. Marriage also now made a legal contract. Legal contract means now women also can apply for the divorce in a court. Before revolution, only men can do that particular thing. Now after revolution, women can also apply for a divorce. Women can also get a training for a job. They can also become artists and they can also run their small business also. These are the rights given to the women after the revolution. But their main demand of political rights or the right to vote is still they are demanding. And these demands continue at the time of the rule of Maximilian Robespierre. And this Maximilian Robespierre was very angry with all these demands. So what he do? He banned all the activities of the clubs which was established by the women. Okay, and he arrested many prominent members of these clubs. Women's voting right and equal wages continue for next 200 years. Okay, and this voting right is demanding in lots of the country of world also. And that is called international suffrage right for women. Because in lots of the country in Europe and other part of world, women are not giving the voting right. Okay. And finally in 1946, the women of France get the voting right. So they have to struggle a lot to get this particular important right, which make them as equal to men. So this was our first part of the chapter, or you can say first part of this particular video. Did women have revolution? Now the second part is abolition of slavery. Okay, this is also a part of French Revolution. Next part, we can say fifth part of the chapter. Now here our story starts with a trade of slaves. Slaves, we can say in Hindi, gulam. They are the human being, but we treat them just like animals. We are not treating them just like a human being. Okay. So in France, this system was very much in a developed condition. Slave system. Okay. Now what the French do? In 17th, 18th century, most of the European country, what they do, they make small countries their colony. Colony. For example, India is a colony of Britain. That's why we say British colonization. Okay. So here also France make lots of European countries their own colonies. Because these colonies are supplying them essential things. For example, the Caribbean colonies. Caribbean is a part of America. Right now it is in America, but at that time it was not a part of America. Now these colonies are supplying the important things which the people of France demanding. For example, tobacco, indigo, sugar, and coffee. All these things are produced in a very big amount in these particular colonies. Okay, but Europeans, they did not want to go and in their particular colony and do the agriculture, because they don't want to live their luxurious life. वो अपने ऐशो आराम छोड़कर अनडेवलप्ड कंट्री और छोटे छोटे जो आइलैंड थे वहां पर जाना उनको मंजूर नहीं था. They did not want to go. So now, but they want the things which grow there. Okay, so what they do, they make a new method of to come up with this problem. They buy the people from the African continent and take all these people to the Caribbean colonies, and they used to do the plantation work for all these things which these European people want. So this, it means a triangular trade, triangular slave trade in 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and America, because these colonies are from America. All the traders are from Europe and the things are supplying to Europe. All these commodities are used by the people of Europe, and where the manpower is coming for these plantation work from the Africa, because all are the slaves and they used to work in the colonies of America. That is slave trade. Now this slave trade started in 17th century. French merchant, what they do, they take all these slaves to the port city of France. Port cities are Bordeaux and Nantes. Okay. From Africa, their you can say agents or their traders buy these slaves. They just pack them with these chains to the ship, and these ships sail from the Africa to the France. And from France, all these slaves hand over to the plantation owners, and these owners take all these slaves to these 3 Caribbean colonies, America. They take them to the America for the plantation. Okay. Now the exploitation of these slaves are very much in these areas, France and these Caribbean colonies. Okay, and now the cities of France are now getting developed due to these trading facilities. Now lots of people in 18th century now used to criticize about this particular slavery system. But this was a very important output for the economic growth of France. So government is not doing anything in regard of these slaves. Okay. People are demanding to abolish this slave trade, but government was not taking up their own demand. Okay. So when the rule of Maximilian Robespierre started, Maximilian Robespierre is a person who abolished this particular trade. Okay, that was written only in a very first line, but it is only for 1 year. When the rule of Maximilian Robespierre finished, this trade also being flourished as it was flourished before the rule of Maximilian Robespierre. Okay. So finally this slave system finished from France in 1848. But up to 1848 there is a slave trade in France. Okay. So this is our second topic. Now the third topic, revolution and our day-to-day life. What happened to the common people when revolution going on? or when this revolution was finished. What happened to the people? What changes come in the life of people of France? That was our last topic, revolution and our day-to-day life. Lots of things are now being changed, because whenever there is a revolution, lots of things are changed in our life of anyone. So again, in 1789 in France, we can saw lots of changes in the life of the citizen of France. Okay, the main thing which come at that time was liberty and equality in their day-to-day life. Now people of France are free to do anything. Now all are equal. No one is first estate and no one is second estate and no one is third estate. All are the citizen of France. So what the changes come? First change which come after the revolution was abolition of censorship. Censorship is a term in which anything which published in any country, they have to take a permission from a government. So any book, any magazine, any pamphlet, anything which publish for the common people, king has to give the permission, either it is published or not. But after the abolition of this censorship, anyone can express his or her views, either it is in favor of a king or a government or in against government. Okay, people can express their views. Now there is no reason to afraid in front of any authority. So that was abolition of censorship. After that, there was a declaration of men and citizen. Now they are freedom of speech, because freedom of speech is called their natural right. Lots of newspaper, magazines, printed materials are now coming in France, because people are expressing their views and another people are reading all these views. Okay. Apart from this, now there are lots of play, music, then opera, festive processions are going on in France. People are now taking their culture right. Now they are free to celebrate their festival without thinking of any category, first, second and third. There were lot of justice, liberty all over in France. And this, the main idea of liberty and equality is circulated or coming to the people not only in France but outside the France also. In lots of European countries now, people are very much happy with these ideas, and now they are inspired with these ideas of liberty and equality and fraternity. Okay, so now comes our conclusion, that in 1804 Napoleon crowned himself as a ruler of France, and when Napoleon became a ruler of France, he used to fight with other countries, neighboring European countries, and making his own country France more bigger. Okay, and he introduced many laws such as protection of private property, then uniform system of weight and measure, and after that decimal system is also introduced by the Napoleon. But in 1815 Napoleon defeated in a battle of Waterloo. Okay, after Napoleon's death, France again became a republic, and the idea of this liberty, equality, then brotherhood and fraternity is now going all over the world, not only in France but also in Europe and outside Europe also. We at the time, Indians are a colony of Britain. So our freedom fighters are also inspired with these ideas of liberty and equality. And the two main person, those who are very much agree, or you can say very much inspired with these ideas, are Tipu Sultan and Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So now our chapter is finished. Okay, and there are exercises. Questions are there 1 to 6 in this book. So you do these questions. Apart from these questions, we have a timeline also, and this timeline is on page number 8. So these are important timeline. By reading this timeline, you can able to understand the chapter. Okay, read the chapter again and again and see the video so that you can able to understand the chapter. Do the question answers. Okay, and I hope that you can able to understand the chapter. Apart from these, there are new words also in different pages. So write these new words also in your copy so that whenever you read the chapter, you can able to understand the meaning of these words. Okay.